Live from the ABC7 Broadcast Center, this is ABC7 News at 5 on your side.
The United States sends a strong message to terrorists operating in Syria.
We will not tolerate safe havens for terrorists who threaten our people.
Tonight, new details about the Airstrikes mission and the terrorism plot that was in the works against the U.S. And the U.S. now not just sending a message to ISIL, there's also another terrorist group out there just as dangerous.
And today, President Obama and the Pentagon gave details on these airstrikes, saying it is not just America's fight. Senior political reporter Scott Thuman following this developing story live from our newsroom. Scott?
Yeah, that's right, Allison, Leon. The big headline tonight, not necessarily that the U.S. began its airstrikes in Syria. I think a lot of us expected that would happen soon. But instead, it is that there is a group other than ISIL that was all set to attack the U.S. or U.S. allies. The view tonight from inside U.S. naval ships firing missiles at terror groups in Syria.
Last night, we also took strikes to disrupt plotting against the United States and our allies by seasoned al-Qaeda operatives in Syria who are known as the Khorasan Group.
The Khorasan Group, an offshoot of al-Qaeda, had safe haven inside Syria, and according to the Pentagon, was close to carrying out an attack.
We're still assessing the effects of our strikes, but we've been watching this group closely for some time.
So they were hit at almost the same time as 14 ISIL targets, also in Syria. Coordinated strikes from fighter jets, bombers, drones, and more, and in a major sign of unity.
I also made clear that America would act as part of a broad coalition, and that's exactly what we've done.
5 other Arab nations joined in: Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan, the UAE, an unprecedented coalition. The strikes deemed very successful, and the opening salvo in what could be a long fight.
While it's not our policy to discuss future operations, I can tell you that last night's strikes were only the beginning.
Defense officials say that there was no coordination with Syria's president, and that's a bit of a dicey situation since he is considered an enemy to the U.S. Nor were there communications with its military other than, we are told, a heads up that was granted to an envoy that the U.S. was about to act. Leon.
All right, thank you, Scott. Our coverage of the airstrikes in Syria will continue throughout the evening and on WJLA.com as well. Scott will be back tonight at 6 with why this fight is far from over.